So this turd, his name is Johnny Somali. Well, that's not his actual name. His real name is Ramsey. But he hates being called that. So, we're gonna call him that. Now Ramsey, he's an IRL streamer and just kind of an all-around menace. So let me walk you through a bunch of the shitty things he has live streamed himself doing. So he was living in Japan for a while, and one night he gets drunk and he live streams himself putting on a fake Asian accent, and he starts saying racist things on the subway.
Hiroshima and Nagasaki, we destroy it because you don't know how to behave. You know Hiroshima and Nagasaki? We're gonna do it again.
And he does this so much, eventually this American guy on the train decides he's had enough, and he confronts him.
You're from America?
Yes.
So am I.
You're from America?
Yeah, you're being obnoxious.
So that incident blows up, and it ends up going super viral, and not because people think it's so funny. No, they are pissed. Because from that point on, people in Japan start to come up to him on the street to tell him he sucks.
It's me, yeah, what's up?
I got a problem with you, bro.
And so Ramsey continues this awful behavior and trolling the people of Japan for several months. And people continue to get upset, and they start finding Ramsey on the street and confronting him.
So what you did is something that is disrespectful for the whole Japanese community. That is why Japan is really mad.
The Japanese don't think you are good. Apologize to the Japanese. Come on.
And this forces Ramsey to apologize. Well, enough for them to leave him alone.
I don't hate you guys. I don't hate Japan. I said something a little bit hurtful, and I understand that you guys are mad about it. Even though it was very long ago, you know? I want to come here to enjoy Japan. I want to go to the club. I want to smash some Japanese ladies. I want to party. I want to have a good time.
But of course, this doesn't stop Ramsey, because 2 months later, he enters a construction site wearing a mask, hoping to harass the workers. And of course, the workers don't think this is funny, so they grab him and throw his ass out for trespassing. Now, at some point, these streams start to get the attention of Japanese police. So now they're on the lookout for him. But old Ramsey doesn't care, because one night he's out with one of his other turd friends, this guy, Gino, and he and Gino film themselves harassing people on the street. But eventually, one of these people being harassed has had enough, and they go and they knock the shit out of Gino.
All you have to say is grab nothing.
Which I can't show you because this platform doesn't allow violence, but trust me, it's awesome. Especially when that same guy then turns around and knocks the shit out of Ramsey. Which I also can't show you, but trust me, you'll love it. But then, he also has another incident where he harasses people in a local restaurant. And I won't get into the details of that, but you get the idea. And it looks like the manager of the place ends up calling the police. And so police, ultimately, they find Ramsey and bam, they arrest him. And he's charged with trespassing for the construction site stuff, and for about 3 weeks, he's detained while Japanese police interrogate him. Now, eventually, the trespassing charge is dropped, and they let him go. But right after they take the cuffs off of him, and they let him out of the jail, they immediately arrest him again, this time for the restaurant incident. So it's kind of like Japanese police are just messing with him, the same way he messed with the Japanese people. Well, that's how you f*** around and find out, buddy. So anyway, they detain him for another 3 weeks, and he ends up going to court, and he's found guilty and fined 200,000 yen, or about $1,400 US. He also ultimately gets banned from streaming on Twitch. Good. Oh, but Ramsey isn't done. He has other countries to terrorize. A few months later, he shows up in Israel. And while he's there, he's streaming one night, and he gets himself involved in some drama, and he gets into a fight.
Yo, what was the problem earlier? What was the problem earlier? Y'all started with me, go to jail. Y'all need to go to jail.
Then, on another night, he's at a protest or a demonstration or something, and he decides to harass a female police officer.
Oh, you a bad I swear to God. You a bad I'll take you to dinner. I swear to God, I'll change your life. I'll change your life, baby.
And so police notice him, and bam, he gets detained again. Oh, but it gets worse than that, because he goes to Jerusalem to visit the Western Wall, which is like some kind of sacred place. And of course, Ramsey doesn't care about all that. He just goes there to troll people.
The fight one is Harvey Weinstein. I love you so much. You're one of my favorite top Jews.
And so I guess an Israeli officer notices him, and he's like, what the f*** is this guy doing? And so they escort Ramsey away from the wall, and he ultimately gets banned from Jerusalem for 50 days. And he also gets suspended from yet another streaming platform, Kick. And so I guess he just ends up not streaming for a couple of months. But eventually, he shows up again, this time in South Korea. And here, he finds an audience on another really trashy streaming platform called Rumble. But this time, he streams himself with the Comfort Woman statue, which is a bronze statue of a woman. It's on public display. So he's streaming and he sits down next to it and he kisses this statue.
I stand with the Korean people. I love Korea. Everything that I did in Japan was for the Korean and the Chinese people.
Which may not seem like that big a deal, but here's the thing about the Comfort Woman statue. This statue specifically represents the Korean women who were forced by Japanese soldiers during World War II to be sex slaves. So kissing it is just weird and in bad taste. And of course, Ramsey is a human turd, so he's got to take this even further. So he goes and he prints out a screenshot of him kissing the statue.
Amazing, beautiful. Thank you guys. Thank you. Oh my God.
And he walks around taunting people with it.
Hi guys, you want to look at this photo? Is this a good photo? You like this photo? No. No?
And then, the next time he sees one of these Comfort Woman statues, because there are more than one, he takes it even further than that. He puts baby oil on himself, and he gropes it while playing a f***ing Diddy song. And understandably, all of this really starts to piss Korean people off. And he starts getting threats from the Koreans, just like he did with the Japanese. But whatever, he doesn't care. He continues on with his antics because this guy will do anything for views. Like one night he gets really drunk and he live streams himself at a convenience store where he just makes a scene. Bro is just terrible. Now at this point, the live streams of him harassing the Comfort Woman, they've all blown up around Korea. And they've made even more Koreans mad at him. To the point where Korean citizens are just jumping him on the street. He'll be out on a public street streaming and someone will run up to him and just sucker punch him right in the face. And by the way, something interesting to notice about this footage is that if you pause it, you can see that he already has bandages on his face where someone else sucker punched him at a different time. And also, just for fun, here's footage of a different Korean guy trying to jump him, and here's footage of Ramsey being chased away. Now, I don't champion violence or anything, but I gotta say, this is pretty glorious. Now, eventually, so many people are after him that Korean police have to take Ramsey into custody for his own safety. And then, suddenly, bam, they ban him from leaving South Korea while they investigate the accusations against him for the stuff he did in the convenience store, and I guess there was a drug charge that someone called in as well. So they're investigating all that. And now, he is stuck in that country for an indefinite amount of time. And it looks like he's facing up to 10 years in prison for all these charges. Meanwhile, they force him to give an apology for harassing the Comfort Woman statue.
I want to apologize to the Korean people. I was not aware of the significance of the statue. I was trying to get entertainment from my audience.
And by the way, if you're wondering, Ray, why would someone go to other countries and harass people and act like such human garbage? Well, to be fair, he's pretty straightforward about why.
I just don't get it, bro. You're gonna come up to me, bro. Why are you being racist to other people in other countries? Why are you bullying people in other countries? For money. For clout. I've said it many times. I don't give a I have no morals. I'm a sociopath. I don't give a at all. Put this in your next YouTube documentary. I don't give a I care about nobody but my self.
Here's to hoping he gets sentenced to prison for a long time.